Hey gang, Rodin here. Welcome on back to the Cade. Welcome to Sports Saturday and welcome to Super Bowl 36 here on Sega Sports NFL 2K2. Yes, our grand quest to try and build and establish the New England Patriots dynasty of the 21st century without the existence of Tom Brady. It hasn't been easy, and if you watched our AFC Championship game against the Baltimore Ravens, it really wasn't easy. We pretty much tried everything we could in that particular episode to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. But we've managed to make it to the Super Bowl, but we are not taking on the St. Louis Rams as we thought we might be. No, sir. We are facing the New Orleans Saints, which for me is going to be an interesting matchup in two teams. One, my hometown team, and two, the NFC team I'd always followed as a kid once I realized that there were two separate but equal conferences in the NFL, like there is two separate but equal leagues in Major League Baseball. And this one will determine, being Super Bowl 36 and being the 2001 season, the first world championship for either franchise. But we won't know for sure until the football has been played, so let's get to it. Now, the New Orleans Saints, and we're playing in their home arena, the Louisiana Superdome. Even though they say it's in Atlanta, Georgia, it's not. The Louisiana Superdome is in New Orleans, Louisiana. But the Saints were one of the two teams who managed to definitively beat us in the regular season. This is not a slouch of a squad by any stretch.
And with me, Peter O'Keefe. And we are thrilled and honored to be bringing you the Super Bowl today.
Who's got your eye out there, Peter? You know, Dan, I'm a big fan of Willie McGinnis. Here is a man who consistently applies pressure, forces fumbles, and causes interception. You know, basically, he just wreaks havoc all day.
The Saints are coming to face them. Who do you think has to play a role for their team?
The player I'm interested in seeing is Ricky Williams. This unheralded running back is successfully bringing his unmatched college skills to the NFL. He's got incredible speed and tremendous power, and if he remains consistent, is assured a top place in the running back class. Look for him to get the ball at least 20 to 30 times this game.
So we will have to take on Ricky Williams, Deuce McAllister, and either Jeff Blake, Aaron Brooks, or even potentially Jake Delhomme as the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. And we will kick it away, which means, as usual, we will get the ball to start the second half, as has been our strategy through most of this season. Vinatieri's ready to go. And we are underway. And it's fumbled, and immediately we pick it up inside the 20. Holy cow, I was not expecting that to happen.
We'll now start trying out some of the plays they've been working on.
So Fred McAfee on the return coughed the ball up, and now it's 1st and 10 for us right at the New Orleans 20. How about a gift-wrapped opportunity we've been handed? And we absolutely have to capitalize on this. So we only pick up 2 on that first rush. And what we've got to worry about up front are guys like Leroy Glover, Joe Johnson, Willie Whitehead. All right, so it'll be 3rd and short.
3rd and 4.
And we go to Troy Brown down inside the 5 at the 3.
They brought on the blitz, Dan, but it was no match for this tough, talented offensive line.
Yeah, shutting down the blitz.
All right, so we're knocking on the door of the end zone here on our first drive. And Redmond powers his way in, and we're on the board first in the Super Bowl, 6-0. We capitalized on the turnover, which was something we could not do last week against the Ravens. That defensive front was just so stifling that Sam Adams and Tony Siragusa would not let us get anywhere. But we don't have to worry about them this week, and thanks to the turnover, we are now out front, and we only managed to get 7 points against Baltimore, and that was enough to beat them and get to the Super Bowl. Hopefully we will get more here against New Orleans. But it is now 7-0 with 3:42 to go in the first quarter. Thanks to a 4-play drive covering just 20 yards and a minute 13. Capped by that 3-yard scamper from Jared Redmond. This is not going to be a good kick. A short kick. Take it inside the 20. Joe Horn tried to bring that one back, and he got decent field position out to the 33-yard line.
It's still early in the game, but you want to show your opponent you can give as good as you get.
So it will be Aaron Brooks under center for the Saints with Ricky Williams in the backfield. 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Williams, and Williams found a hole already and could have sprang that one if Ted Johnson hadn't been able to pull him down from behind after a pickup of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
So it'll be 2nd and 6. Split backfield this time with McAllister and Williams. And they go back to Williams, and he's closer to a 1st down after a pickup of 4 more.
It's 3rd and 2.
It's going to be 3rd and 2. See if we can hold them here. I formation this time. Williams is the deep back. And they don't get there as they go to McAllister, and Bruschi was around that edge to bring him down. So the Saints trying to get the ball moving on the ground, and that one comes up short. So they're going to have to punt it away here, and now let's see what we can do on our second drive. Although this should be a really good punt. Taken inside the 20 by Troy Brown. Breaks one tackle down the sideline. Gets a good return out of that one. So it looked a little bit like lipstick on a pig, but it worked.
Hang on to the football this time.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at our 38-yard line. With about 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. The Redmond scampers ahead for 7.
On the ground on the 1st down. It's all about getting that yardage.
It's put this offense in very good position. They've got 2 downs to travel a very short way. Ball at the 45-yard line.
It'll be 2nd and 3. So we can connect a short pass here. We go to Rutledge. He's powering ahead, gets a little bit more. He's across midfield and into New Orleans territory for the first time today.
For the 1st down.
Ron Rutledge bobbled it a bit, but managed to keep his hands on it.
It's 1st and 10.
And that'll move his head 5 yards thanks to New Orleans jumping the gun.
Norman Hand should have known better than that and gets the encroachment call.
It's 1st and 5.
And we don't get very far on that one. Pick up only a yard as Miles came in with Clark. They swarmed it and took him down. It'll be 2nd and 4. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Now we're close to a first down. But I ran into the wedge, which is what I did not want. That'll be 3rd and short. And we go nowhere this time as they were all over it.
Sammy Knight sandbags his man in the backfield, bringing up a very ugly 4th down.
Costello comes in and will punt for the first time.
So they utilize the blitz. And that's what happened last week against the Ravens. Although this should be a good punt. How they don't let it go out and how they're able to get the ball in the coffin corner like that and not go out of bounds, I chalk that up to plot armor. But be that as it may, we go to the second quarter, still up 7-0 on the Saints.
The Saints and their defense forced a punt. Now let's see if their offense can score. Currently,
So see if they go to the air on this one, but they still have Williams in the backfield. And they don't. He only picks up a yard this time.
Arm's length with a brutally effective stiff arm.
Ooh, he didn't buy him much, but he got a few yards out of it.
You can't coach effort like that. Either you
So
want it
2nd
or
and
you
9.
don't.
At some point, you figure they're going to go to the air. And I got to be ready for that. But not here as Deuce McAllister goes nowhere. He hits the line and goes back a yard.
Ty Law had a nice read, sending the team back a few yards and their coach back to the drawing board.
Oh, he really yanked away any shot at forward.
So he's
progress.
3rd and 10.
Nice coverage. Ball at the 23-yard line.
Now working out of the shotgun is Brooks. And it's caught by, who is that, Joe Horn?
25. What a play on 3rd and long. Fantastic.
Joe Horn, the all-pro wide receiver,
Delivers a big play with a monster
and a
catch.
massive
That's a
chunk
first down
play.
with some style.
Brooks throwing off his back foot. Malloy trying to pick it off. Overcommitted. Went right to Horn, and he almost went in for 6. But now be 1st and goal inside our 10-yard line. And that's exactly why I wanted to get another touchdown on our second drive. And why I'm not surprised it did not happen. And how did that one work?
Found the sweet spot in the end zone and caught the easy
Aaron Brooks was sacked. Look at this. One guy on him, 2 guys on him, breaks the tackle. That's not Eli Manning. But as it stands, we are now at 7-6 with them putting up the extra point.
Barney lines up for the point after. It's up.
And he just gets it through the upright. So we're all square at 7 with 3:30 to go in the first half. 4 plays, 78 yards, and a minute 32, capped by that 8-yard touchdown catch that should not have happened because that should have been a sack.
It's up. Signals, and we're ready for the kickoff.
Because if Drew Bledsoe gets hit anywhere near like that, he goes down. I've had that happen to me all season.
30.
But Kevin Falk with a great return.
Very nice return on that play.
Utilized the seam excellently.
We'll
to spring out to the outside, and we're just near midfield.
The Patriots will start midfield at the 46-yard line. They pick it up. Barely gets it.
And we go underneath to Troy Brown. He picks up the first.
Troy Brown had more interference than a cell phone in the Lincoln Tunnel, but he still managed to make the catch, Dan.
It seemed really risky to throw to him with that much coverage, Peter, but apparently they knew he could get the job done with the right throw. Stops that play in its tracks.
And Redmond again picking up yardage on the outside.
A gain of 4.
Second down, 6 yards to go.
Ball on the 34.
And this is really what I need to be able to do, is I need to be able to just complete short passes underneath. As we go to a manual first down, and that's a penalty, but we'll see who it's on. On us. Are you kidding me? One step forward, 2 steps frickin' back.
Mental errors can cost. That penalty really hurt them.
Ball on the 44.
And picked off. Oh my God. So the penalty forced us to go to the air again. One-on-one with Troy Brown and Sammy Knight there to pick it off. So we gave it right back. And now we've got to stop him again. With 2:29 to go in the half. We'll get the ball to start the second, but we can't afford to give up another touchdown. And Williams muscles ahead even though he should have been dead to rights at the line of scrimmage for a first down.
Ricky Williams keeps the drive alive by getting the first down.
Oh, really an awesome effort all around, Peter. A great run and a nice stiff arm move that probably made the difference in him converting. It's 1st and 10.
So we hit the 2-minute warning.
We have a tie game. 7-7. 1st and 10.
So we 1st and 10 at New Orleans 46. McAllister picks up 6. New Orleans will burn a timeout.
First timeout and stop the clock.
4 yards to go. Timeout on the field.
Ball on the 48.
It'll be 2nd and 4. So we're on a split backfield with McAllister and Williams again. Now this time Williams only gets a yard.
He doesn't get far and tackles him right past the line of scrimmage. The Saints stop the clock and use their 2nd timeout. It's 3rd and about
So 3rd and 3. An ace backfield. Hopefully they won't go to the air again. And they don't. As that one got snuffed.
Made a key play there, taking his man down close to the line of scrimmage.
It's a slight loss, but that's all you need to negate the
And they'll punt it
conversion and
away.
bring up
So we'll have about
4th down.
90 seconds to see if we can get downfield and score. And any points are going to help us in this one. And of course, they're going to try and milk the clock here. I still have all 3 of my timeouts. So if I have to use them, I will. And he gets out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So we have 53 seconds to go.
Put some points on the board. When you give it up like they did last time, you want to rebound fast and hard.
53 seconds left.
So let's see if we can get a first down here.
It's upfield.
We'll call the first of our 3 timeouts.
Patriots take their first time out and stop the clock.
Second down, 3 yards to go.
Ball on the 48.
Timeout on the field.
It'll be 2nd and 3.
Fires it middle. The pass is no
And
good.
incomplete. I was looking for Johnson, and of course Johnson didn't run his route right.
Clock is at 45.
We stopped the clock with 45 seconds to go.
Dodges the defender.
And Edwards bowls ahead for a first down.
First down. The Patriots.
We'll call a timeout with 36 seconds to go. So we're closing in on field goal range.
Ball at the 43-yard line.
Lets it go, finds Troy Brown and his band of renown.
First down.
They picked up on the blitz right away, Dan, and I think that was the key to this play's success.
You got that right, Peter. They were more than ready for it, and they were able to buy time for their general behind the lines.
All right, so we got to hurry up here.
Barely gets it off.
And that one knocked down incomplete with 12 seconds to go.
Drew Bledsoe really took a chance with that throw. There were 2 guys out there who might have picked it off.
He obviously thought that, he can thread a needle and get to his receiver, but I'll tell you, that is a big risk.
A risk he didn't need to take, in my humble opinion.
12 seconds on the game clock. Just gets it off.
And that one incomplete as my receivers keep getting crossed up.
Drew Bledsoe was getting a lot of pressure from this defense and got rid of it just in time. Smart play from where I'm sitting.
Clock shows 9 seconds left.
All right, so we've got 9 seconds. We've got 1 timeout. And we get it to Brown, first down. We'll use our final timeout here because we've got 3 seconds to go.
Their last timeout.
And we'll opt for the field goal to put points on the board
Vinatieri can put his team on top with
on what will be a chip shot for Adam Vinatieri, provided it's not blocked. On its way, and it is good. So with 1 second to go in the half,
Gives his team 3 points.
8 plays, 54 yards in 50 seconds,
When you're a kicker,
capped by the field goal.
goes into sleep.
So it's 10-7.
10-7. Vinatieri sets up and will kick it away. Perfect.
And he
kick.
booms this kick.
McAfee fields it.
And they'll take the knee, and we'll go to the locker room where we'll get the ball back to start the second half, and we lead by 3, 10-7. So both sides with a turnover, both sides with 4 possessions. We've got 7 first downs to their 2. 75% third down completion percentage. We're about equal offensively. So we absolutely have to score on this first drive of the third quarter. Because with the way the Saints are moving the ball on their offense, it's one where, if I'm not careful, they're going to be able to find ways to score.
Redmond.
And I need to force them into a position where they cannot be able to help me out. God, I keep getting knocked frickin' backwards. I only go 16 yards on that run, but I probably ran about 40. Because again, I can't establish a seam. It's like Deion Sanders used to say, all I need to do is hit that corner and get to that corner and hit it. And when I hit it, I hit it. So Redmond picks up 5.
A gain of 5.
And I might as well let it all hang out here and just utilize the run as much as I can to chew up clock. Because that's the other thing I got to do. He gets the first down.
J.R. Redmond got the yards he needed to convert.
They know they can count on him to make those crucial conversions. Nothing flashy, just good football. Ball on the 32.
And he picks up 4 more.
A gain of 4.
Second down, 6 yards to go.
Ball on the 36.
He's 2nd and 6. We're going to go to the air on this one.
It's picked up. Throws middle.
Go underneath the Johnson, first down.
Charles Johnson came away with the football despite all the defenders around him.
Because I need to be able to hit those plays just to give Redmond a breather. And I got to keep the defense guessing. So he was able to dive all the way over there, wrap me up enough to stop me.
A gain of 4.
And I only picked up 4.
6 yards to go.
Ball midfield, right at the 50. Escapes out of the backfield.
So I picked up 2. I should have gotten more.
That will bring up 3rd down.
4 yards to go.
3rd and 4.
Picked off again! Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my God! So what's the penalty? And we tack on 15 yards to that.
An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty does not inspire confidence from your coach.
So somehow we got an unsportsmanlike conduct late hit after that interception. So that moves him up 15 yards. And that one's knocked down. That should have been picked. If Drew's throwing the ball all over the field to guys in white-colored jerseys, and I'm going to be able to pick those balls off, I should be able to pick them off too. And it's the same thing, hitting the Y button or the triangle button to be able to do a pick. Ty Law should have had that. And Willie McGinnis stops that one before he can get moving. He loses 3.
Nowhere to run, baby. No place to pass to either with these guys on the case.
3rd down, 13.
So 3rd and 13. We need to stop him here. Double tight end right. Send one in motion. And they'll be short, but that will be a 50-yard field goal attempt. They're going to punt it. So they're going to try and pin us back here.
Lines up, and this will be his 3rd punt of the game.
And they're going to coffin corner it. And he gets up to the 20. All right, so we got 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. And then I've thrown 2 picks already that should not have been picks. And now I'm having to go back to running it. And Redmond finds a hole, gets out of the corner, and manages to make a huge gain out of that one. I was expecting him to get stopped in the backfield again, or maybe picking up 3 yards. So he broke one tackle, broke another tackle. That third one probably would have done it, but somehow he sprang loose. So we 1st and 10 at our 43-yard line with under a minute to go in the third. And we get tripped up. Really? A defensive end trips me up?
That is an airtight defense, Dan. They're not letting a wishful thought.
How is the defensive end going to be able to run so fast to be able to track down J.R. Redmond?
Great D.
Yeah, you know, it's moments like this that test your resolve. Will this offense rise to the challenge or slink away?
It's now 2nd and 12.
So now we got to go to the air again. And this time we find Troy Brown, and he holds on to it. We have the first down in New Orleans territory.
Coming and shut it down.
That is so crucial if they can pick up the rush like that. Once he has enough time, the quarterback.
So this will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
Great job.
We only pick up 2 again. We got 1 quarter of football to go to decide who will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. And right now, it's New England 10, New Orleans 7.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Redmond gets it.
Goes up the middle and picks up a critical first down as he's getting near 100 yards.
Have to try and find something to try to stop it.
Ball at the 30-yard line.
And sure enough, he gets sacked.
That was a doozy. What a
Johnson was right there, and of course got him right in the ankles, and that brought Bledsoe down. But if you recall earlier, I hit Aaron Brooks the same way, and he managed to score a touchdown. Not saying the game is rigged, but you get stuff like that, and it's hard not to look at it and go, really?
ball on the 38. Nearly gets it off.
And he gets it to Brown, who's close to a first down.
A pickup of 16 yards on the play.
Ball at the 21-yard line.
2 yards to go.
Beats the tackle.
And Redmond still on his feet down near the 5.
Defensive line and their backs are in complete sync, really showing the other teams how to run the ball effectively.
So we're at the 6. And a 2-score advantage is within sight. And Redmond powers ahead. He's down near the 3.
Really said something to him during halftime.
2nd and goal.
Ball at the 3-yard line.
And more importantly, we're still chewing up the clock.
Redmond gets it again.
And Redmond gets in for the touchdown. So now it's a 2-score lead at 16-7 with the extra point coming up. And having a 10-point cushion is going to be super critical.
Will line up for the point after.
That is good. So now, New Orleans has to score on this drive. They need an onside kick recovery and a field goal to tie or another touchdown to win. You go 10 plays, 80 yards in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That was about the best outcome I could hope for in executing that drive. I would have liked to have chewed up more time, but
turnover in the last drive.
We'll make good with what we can do here.
That have kept them down this game. So they've got to make something happen right here.
The Saints will start this drive at the 22-yard line.
So you got a split backfield.
Look how much more effective they are at stopping the run.
And this time, Ricky Williams gets nowhere. We had great penetration on that side of the line.
All at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll get the 2-minute warning to stop the clock, and they still have their timeouts. They try the screen pass and go nowhere.
All at the 21-yard line.
So they might not get this one off before the 2-minute warning. They did not. So 2 minutes to go to decide who wins the Super Bowl.
2 minutes on the game clock.
Critical stoppage needed here. And he dropped it incomplete. They were looking for the tight end. Johnny Mitchell. Now, are they going to punt it? They got to go for it. Fourth and 11. This is for all the marbles right here. They don't convert it. They go to Williams. He's short. They don't get there.
Well, I think that coach better hire somebody to tell him what down it is. An intern or something. Anything.
So now we got 1:51 to go. We got 28 yards to get to the end zone. We got our timeouts. And if we can kick a field goal, that would work as well.
The Saints take their first timeout and stop the clock.
Timeout on the field.
The clock reads 1 minute and 46 seconds.
So JR is over 100 yards now with 108.
8 yards to go. Timeout on the field.
Third and 8.
It'll be 3rd and 8.
He couldn't hold on to that.
And could not get there, incomplete.
The Patriots, they'll want to extend their lead a little bit and go for the field goal.
Well, it's the smart play, no question about it.
So this will be a 46-yarder. Got the distance. It is good. Adam Vinatieri with the money on the table bangs it through again.
Posts for 3. Nice solid kick there.
And it is 20-7 with 90 seconds to go.
Will kick this one away.
So insurance points were gained. Even if I wanted a touchdown, I'll take the field goal.
Takes the tackle on the return.
The Saints
So now they've got a minute 29 to get 14 points to win it.
The Saints have the ball and will start this drive at the 29-yard line.
And I have no intention of stopping the clock if I can help it. And this time we finally get the sack on Aaron Brooks, and they got to take a timeout.
The Saints call timeout and stop the clock. That was their last timeout.
And that's their last one of the game.
Minute and 24 on the game clock.
It's 2nd and 18. And we get him again for the sack. Third and 30. And incomplete. So they're going to have to punt this way. They're not going to go for it on 4th and 30 inside their 10.
It would be an incredible comeback.
They're going to go for it.
They've got to convert here, and they've got to work fast.
I mean, they got nothing to lose. So they got to be going for a Hail Mary ball. And they don't get there. Not even close.
Fantastic job by this defense.
Now the new offense just has to snap the ball, and we're done here.
The Patriots are in the driver's seat with the lead and the ball. All they have to do is history. Nice penetration and makes a nice tackle in the backfield. 54 seconds on the game clock.
Redmond breaks out to the outside, and he's got the first down.
Redmond covered a lot of ground on that play. That's a great run.
And that gives them the first down. Just 31 seconds left on the clock.
So we're at the 15-yard line with under 30 seconds to go. And we'll get a penalty to move up 5 yards on the offsides.
Gets the encroachment call. You got to know where you are before the ball is snapped.
24 seconds on the game clock.
So that stops the clock with 24 ticks. You know what? I'll take a timeout here.
The Patriots take their first timeout and stop the clock.
It's 2nd and 5. We're this close. We'll see if we can score one more time.
Well, look right here. They've been giving it to him all day, and it looks like with good reason.
All right, well, that will do it. We'll let the clock run down, and the New England Patriots have won their first Super Bowl championship. We defeat the New Orleans Saints on their home soil in the Louisiana Superdome 20-7, and we get the first one in the case. It was hairy in the middle part of it, but we managed to get enough working for us that now we can say conclusively we have won our first championship on Sega Sports NFL 2K2. And it's going to look nice at one Patriot place. And we managed to do it without the existence of one Thomas Brady the first. So now what I'm curious about will be what the offseason looks like. So we have won the Super Bowl. We did it 20-7. Now we could do the Pro Bowl, but I'm just going to skip over it because I'm not interested in the Pro Bowl, as is nobody else. The AFC won 35-17. Okay. And that will take us to the end of the season. So you're now in the offseason. This is the time for you to make necessary transactions to ensure next year's team is as good as possible. Players who are retiring this year, check out the players leaving your team. You may need to fill in some holes. So these are all the players retiring. Jamal Anderson, Ashley Ambrose, Sam Gash retired, Kadri Ishmael, Shannon Sharp, Rod Woodson retired. But who retired from... Wow, the late Larry Allen, the late great Larry Allen retired. Emmitt Smith retired. His final rating was 69, but he played 12 years. Bill Romanowski's gone. Wow, we have quite a few guys retired. So Bert Emanuel retired. Terrell Buckley. Pleasant defensive end. He played 12 years. Small was, I mean, we barely used it. I don't think we used it for anything. McWilliams and Smith. So mainly it was role players, but you look at the ratings of these guys. 67. Buckley was our best guy as a defensive back. He played 10 seasons in the league. But then Pleasant was 67. Small 63. McWilliams and Smith. Now the one drawback to us winning, wow, Vinny Testaverde finally retired. Damani Dawson retired. To us winning the Super Bowl is we are going to pick last in the draft. So if you're not familiar with how the NFL draft works, Jerry Rice retired, Tim Brown retired, Terry Kirby, Eric Allen, Zach Crockett, and a lot of high-quality players that I remember from my youth and adulthood. The late, great Junior Seau, Levon Kirkland. Players have retired during the re-signing period. Your first priority is to be re-signing players whose contracts are going to expire. To make this easier, all those players have been added to your signings. Signing menu for you. If you don't sign them during the next few weeks, they'll become free agents at the end of this period. Okay, so we'll leave it here. But as I was saying, how the draft works, if you're not familiar with it, is that the teams that have the worst records draft first. So whoever had the worst record in the league at the end of the regular season will get the first pick in the draft. Now, draft picks can be traded, so it doesn't mean whoever is given that pick is going to keep it. If you follow the NFL, you know the number one pick in the draft usually, more often than not, gets swapped around rather than utilized. But then you go up by record. So whoever wins the Super Bowl picks last in the first round, and then they pick last in every subsequent round, unless they've got other picks that they can utilize in this draft further up the line. So teams are always trading their draft picks, trying to get better slots in each subsequent draft. I don't know what the Patriots are going to have available to us, but what I do know is that we are going to have quite a few needs that have to be filled. We've got to get a new quarterback that comes in, because we've got 3. We've got 6 running backs. We've got 4 wide receivers, but we need to get better ones. We definitely need to shore up the offensive line, and we need to get better defensive tackles and defensive ends. So, what we will do in the next episode is we will go through and we will do the entire offseason for the Patriots and see what we have at the end of it to get ready for the following year. But that wraps up year 1 of our great what-if scenario here on Sega Sports NFL 2K2 and building the Patriots dynasty without Tom Brady. Let me know what your thoughts on this season have been. Do you want to see a season 2? I'm happy to go through and do the offseason, but if you guys aren't looking to see me do a season 2 of this, then I can call it good here. and move on to a different game. What I might also do is once we have gone through the offseason and got ready, I might take a slight break and focus on some other games for Sports Saturday before we jump back into doing Season 2 of NFL 2K2, just to spice it up a little bit. This took up 16 weeks worth of recording, obviously, because it's 16 weeks of football, plus the offseason. So that's 20 episodes we got out of that. That's a good round number for a game like this. And because they've built in the ability to do multiple seasons, I can come back into it further on down the line and pick up where we left off. But again, let me know in the comments what you think. If you want me to jump into Season 2 after this, since we're still in peak NFL time right now with the actual season going on, might be good to do it and get it out of the way. But if you would like to see me start highlighting some new games, let me know as well. I'm more than happy to cater either way. But again, that's Sports Saturday for this week. We will have our celebratory parade down in the Boston Common area on the duck boats, and then get back to you next week. Be sure to follow us on social media through Instagram and Threads at Ronan's Retrocade. Help spread the word about us as we continue to build this channel and make it bigger and better. My name is Ronan. It's been great to spend this Sports Saturday with you. It's been a lot of fun doing this season on Sega Sports NFL 2K2. Be safe, be well, happy gaming. We will talk to you tomorrow for Sucker Punch Sunday, and then we will see you next week as we get into the meat of the offseason, as we continue to try and get our dynasty for the New England Patriots up and running. Bye.